Hello everyone and welcome to part 5 of our Spring Boot application series. So in previous video we learned about how we can get a specific product using a GET request. In this video we will be learning about the PUT request, which we will be using for updating a specific product details. So let's get started. So let's create the update method for our products application. So we have already seen that how we can get a specific product. Now we will see that how we can update a specific product, and we have also seen like how we can create the product using a method of repository. So let's do the updation today. So to update that, we know that we have a HTTP method which is called put method. So we will be using put mapping for doing our updation. So let's create the method first, so that this method will be returning our products entity, the product, whichever product we have edited, it will return back that product with details. So that is why the return type we have used is products entity, and we will name it as maybe the update product. Now, so this is the structure I have done. So the next thing is I have to annotate it with put mapping. So in the put mapping, what I will do is I'll name it as similarly I did for a products, for a get particular with ID. So I'll do the same for put as well. So the application will see, it will match the method first and then the URI, and it will come here. So whenever I am giving put from the Postman, it will come here, not here. So it is possible to have same this kind of endpoint, but you can separate it using the different methods. So this will be our annotation. Now comes the parameters part. So here we will be having two parameters. One is for this path variable ID, which will identify which product you need to update, and the other parameter will be your request body. So to do this, we will be using path variable, which will be a long ID I will use, and the another one will be the request body. So request body will be my products entity. So I'll name it as product. Now we have all these things, right? So what happens when you create a new product? So whenever you create a new product, it will generate a new ID, right? But here we don't want to do that. We just want current existing product, the details of the current existing product to be updated. For example, I have added 1200 price for my laptop, but now I need to change it to 1300. So that thing you have to do for a particular ID. So to do that, what I'll do is in my this object, right, the product object which I'm getting from the UI from Postman, so that product I will save it as the ID I'm getting from the UI. I'll save it in my product, so that I will be making changes to that particular ID and not creating a new one. So that is the thing you want to add. Next, I have to make a logic in my service call. So let's go to service layer, my service class, to add the logic. So here I'll create one method and it will be returning products entity, and I'll name it as update product. And again, it will be having two parameters, one ID and one will be product. So these two things it will be containing. Now here comes what I have to do is I need to check first whether the particular ID which I am sending it here exists in my repository. To do this, what I'll do is I'll check exist by ID, whether it exists or not. If it does, then what you have to do is return repository dot save the product. So what I have done here is I'm checking first whatever ID I'm getting back with this ID which I'm passing from the Postman. If it exists in the database, so it should exist actually. So if it is there in the database, what you have to do is you have to make all those changes which you are receiving from the front end as a request body and make those changes in the repository. So what it will do, it will find that id, so whatever id you have given, and it will make changes to that. So here, so you can see that I'm getting an error, right? So why I'm getting an error? Because it's expecting something to return and I am returning it in if block and I haven't added else block. So I'll cover all these concepts in Java series as well, but as of now we will return it here none. So what will happen, that if it exists in the repository, so we are not doing any negative cases as of now, just the positive scenarios. So the id will be there in the repo. So once it's in the repo, what will happen? It will find that ID and save all the details you are sending from the front end to the repository, and your product will be updated. Now what we have to do is go back to the controller and let's call that method. And that method was accepting two things, ID and product. So what will happen here is you will get back, so I have to return this. So you will get back the details of updated product. So I can explain it through the demonstration as well. So let's see how it goes. So let's run the application. Once it starts running, we will see that how it's happening. So yeah, it started on port 8080. Now let's go back to Postman. So we already have this create call. Let's create one product. So we can see that we have a one product, that is water bottle, and the price is 12. What I want now is I want to change this price from 12 to 15, say, or you can do any other modifications as well. I want to change the name or I want to change the description. Now let's go to here our collection and create one more request. So this will be my update product call. So now it is a put request, right? As we can see it here, this is put call. So I'll be selecting put method, and the URL will be this because I'm running it on local. So domain will be my local 8080, and the rest is the endpoint will be API products, and it was a ID mentioned, right? So I have added only one product, so I'll be making changes for product one. So this is the part of this particular URL. So this I have added. Next thing I have to do is the body. So for the body, I need to go to body and raw JSON. So what I'll do is I'll see that this was my body which I was getting back. So what I want is I want to change the price. So I'll make that price as 15. So let's see what will happen here. Rest things I don't want to change, I just want to change the price. So what I have done, I have create the request, I have passed the body, so I have met all to these parameters, right? So let's send this now. So once I send it, what will happen? It will go here. It will set whatever ID I have sent. I have sent one, right? So it will go here and go to the update product. It will see in the database whether this product ID with one exists. If yes, then change whatever I'm sending from the request, make the changes to that product and send it back. So you can see it here. My response code is 200 OK, and the price has been modified to 15. So I can check it through my get products call as well. If you see it here, I'll get 15 here only. So you can get product by ID also. Let's see it here also. You will get 15. So this is how you can update your product using put mapping. So that was all about updating the product. In the next video, I will be covering about how you can delete a product. With that, we will be covering the whole HTTP methods with 200 OK scenarios. And in the upcoming videos, we will be covering the negative ones as well. So that was all about today's video. Thank you.